Oh, dude, tell them what happened on the train.
Oh, that was traumatic.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the second installment of our new series, YGC After Hours.
Whoop, whoop.
Yeah, make some noise for YGC After Hours in the chat.
After hours,
After
baby.
hours. You know what this means?
What does it mean? That was good.
Honestly,
that
was
was
good. Yeah.
Dang,
Yeah.
is that what it means?
Yeah, that was killer. It's what I just said. Youth Group Chronicles After Hours. We're not sitting here reading stories tonight. We are just hanging out with the chat.
We are the stories.
We are answering some questions.
Dang.
We are riffing in the studio, and we're going to have some fun with you guys. So you guys, as we get ready to do this, go ahead and start dropping some questions in the chat.
Toby, first time watching. What's up, man? So
What
glad
up,
you're
y'all?
watching this.
Mason, how's it
Wait.
going?
Yeah, I got a question now.
Yvette, it's her first live.
Genuine.
What's up?
Like, if you look at my hat, right?
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Do you feel like if you have a little forehead showing,
Mm-hmm.
like it makes you look like you're balding?
No.
No, I
No.
think it makes you look like you are a frat boy.
I feel like if I wear, like, I want to wear the hat this low, but I also feel like you need to fit it to wear a hat this low.
I feel like
You know,
if you wear it up on your hairline, like an inch above your hairline, it looks more frat boy than the other.
Like above the hairline?
Like
That-
there looks
That's
frat.
a bold move.
Yeah.
that is
That is a
bold. That is
bold
bold.
move. I'd have to have short hair.
This is, wow, a bunch of people first live.
First
Yeah,
live.
this is- So if you guys don't know how to get on live, you can receive updates, ygcpodcast.com/updates. And you can be in here for our After Hours series, which I think is a lot of fun. We're live on Instagram. We're
It's a
live on
blast.
Facebook. We're live on...
Dude, you chugged a gallon of iced tea?
No, half technically.
You
Oh,
didn't
half?
hear about that?
I didn't hear about it.
Did you hear Isaiah chugged it?
No.
Did you hear Pastor Chad tried?
Do you want to join the
It's
challenge?
this guy's first time on
I'm gonna
YGC, guys.
say
Give
this
it up.
I don't want to join the challenge. How long ago was it?
No, don't even.
This is-
Nobody tell him. Nobody tell him.
Yeah, we're not gonna talk. No, it was right before Christmas. There was a story about a kid who tried to do it
Uh-huh.
on stage, and then he ended up not making it and vomiting all over the stage. And Tim was like, "Low key, that sounds easy.
A gallon or half gallon?
Again,
A gallon in 2 minutes was the challenge." And then
2
sound
minutes
easy.
isn't bad.
that's what I'm saying. It doesn't sound hard, but it's the sugar that gets you.
Hits your stomach.
so Brittany ran out to Walmart right there and got a couple gallons of tea.
Mm-hmm.
And Tim tried. He got through half a gallon in 2 minutes, and then Isaiah did the other half
Mm-hmm.
in 2 minutes. And then we had the extra gallon chilling in the fridge until like Christmas when Chad was here. And he was like, "That sounds easy."
Mm-hmm.
And he also tried it and
Pastor,
failed.
here's the
His was
thing
cold
right now.
though.
He thinks it's easy too.
I-
He thinks he can do it.
I'm going to take your advice. I've never been like a good, you know what I used to practice though? Have you guys ever seen like the dudes with the water bottles who will like just crunch it?
Yes. Yep.
I did practice that first season. I got all right. You have
I'm
to
all right.
like open your, like it's kind of weird. Like, you know, when you're like,
yeah, it's all right. I feel like I get
it's almost like the water accidentally starts going down and you like your first reaction is you want to like you want to like stop it because you feel like you're about to choke, but you gotta like, okay.
All right. Yeah, this is weird.
The
So-
moral of the story is
You can
I'm
do
not doing
anything.
it. Not
You can do
doing it.
all things through Christ.
I feel like you could. First question here.
Here we go.
Do you get pulled aside at your church because of this podcast? No.
In what way? Like as a rebuke? As like
That's a great question.
a fan?
But I think he or she is asking.
Like-
I can't
like on like a
noob, I think
famous
it's-
level or like a
I think it's out of a famous level, and no, that would be really annoying.
yeah, no
That
one
would get-
cares.
I mean, everybody knows about it.
Yeah.
And they'll be
I feel like they're really
"Hey,
respectful at this point,
Yeah.
but like they don't say anything.
Mhm.
I feel like it's also because like,
You've been there forever, kind of.
yeah, it
Yeah.
would probably be a little weird.
Yeah, I mean, like, I don't know. I feel like I've seen with Sam a little bit. Like, there's some people who come like out of the woodwork a little bit more with Sam. Like, I'll just like, I don't really peep it, but also like, I have a few times.
Like people,
Yeah.
especially people from like other, like people who aren't around all the
Because
time.
we have a Bible college.
Yeah. Like people who come
Yeah.
around and they're like, "Oh, hey,
Yeah.
the podcast,"
Yeah.
and we're like, "Yeah."
Yeah,
I also
even
isn't
that.
that weird? Like, I'm not expecting, especially at our church,
Mhm.
someone's connection with me to be the podcast. But I think it was last conference that I was like, upper conference,
Mhm.
that I was like, this is actually weird. I feel like I'm not even
yeah.
a good pastor. Like everyone everyone at this youth conference just is like that. I've never seen, like they know my name and it's because of YGC.
That's crazy.
The one we just did?
No, the upper conference last year.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So someone just asked, what's our biggest success? Are we talking about the podcast? Or I'll just go off the podcast.
No, in life. My biggest success is how much money have you made in a single year? That guy?
I've seen that.
Wait, when have you made your first million? I think he's a Christian. Everybody he interviews is.
I've seen those
Christian.
are some pretty cool. I like those.
Like
interviews.
Myron Golden, he interviewed. But sorry.
I'll just go podcast success. There's two that we just, and I missed the name. Like you guys are flying in. Thank you for interacting. But there's a bunch of questions, so I missed the name. I'm so sorry. But we just had our biggest month. I said this last month, but we had, so what, we're in May now? April had 196,000 streams of Youth Group Chronicles.
In 1 month.
Sheesh. And then we just did a really, really fun live show that like I think was great for Youth Group Chronicles. So you want to tell them about that, Cole? That was super fun. We literally just, this will drop in about a week. So for those who are in the chat, and our live episode will drop a little bit after this episode drops. But as we're filming this, we just got back from Atlanta, where we went to Orange Conference and we did a show, and that was sick.
Yeah, it was
so sick.
That was awesome.
It was.
So that was a pretty cool achievement to be able to do that.
Yeah. Honestly, I don't know why more people haven't brought you out yet. I feel like YGC needs to go nationwide. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
On the way, man. On the way.
How about this? If someone brings you out for the first time to a state, can you like give them a free shirt or something? How about this? The first person to book during this live, you get a free shirt.
Absolutely. If you go to bat for us, I'll send you free merch.
Free merch.
Hey, we got some people who were there.
Were you guys really? Were you at Orange?
It says Matt C. Wilson was there.
All right. What'd you think of the show? Did it just this? Oh, you put Matt. What'd you think? Had you heard of Youth Group Chronicles beforehand or no?
My AGM network, my game.
Eric, dude. Bring us
Come
out,
on, Eric.
man.
Hey, Eric, free merch.
Come on.
You won't be disappointed.
T-Base 50 said Orange Conference was awesome.
Thank you so much. That's sick.
We dapped. No way. Y'all dapped? You got
all of us?
Must be in the meet and greet line.
You dapped
all of us?
Dream _ball
like
54. Matt C.
I feel like if someone was coming through that line, all of us dapped them up.
That's good, man. Because because that's what I love, man. YGC is here for the people.
Absolutely. That was the most fun part. Was
down, like we dapped. I'm like, who? Who dapped who? Like who you dap? Did you dap us all?
Oh, someone else is there. Mill Round, dude.
Will we come to the UK? Absolutely. You want a free shirt? You know what you gotta do.
You know what you gotta do,
man.
But hey, the free shirt deal is only for the live book. If you book right now, if he gets a request on his phone,
and you're like, hey, I went to bat. Our church or our conference is booking you. Yeah, if you're the reason,
limited time offer.
Okay. Here's one that I think is an interesting question. You're gonna write any books soon? You should write a comic strip. I think that's a great idea.
That is a good idea. So like based on stories.
Hey, Reed Rogers, help us out here, buddy. What should it be? If we did a podcast, if we did a comic strip or a comic or a book, what would it be about?
I feel like it'd have to be based around a show, right?
No, just freestyle. Just be completely.
I mean, I think
it's on marriage.
I think it could be like story. Like if you did, you could take the stories and make like a compilation of like comics where it's like comic strips where it's like almost like were the Garfield ones like when they were like.
This guy doesn't even know what the newspaper is, guys.
Wasn't it like day by day? Idea. Like you could follow day to day.
No, nobody tells.
I don't. He's older than all of us, bro.
You guys have never even read the newspaper before.
Bro, no,
honestly, you got me.
I think you could do the stories, have somebody do illustrations, and they could become a comic strip. Yeah, for sure.
Wow, Yvette said you guys make my heart smile on the daily.
Heart smile.
That's incredible.
That's different.
Not your face, but your heart.
That sounds like something Isaiah would do, low-key. It was probably him that made your heart smile, because that seems like he just always making.
He's making people's hearts.
Close it. Do we like Lord of the Rings?
Imagine the Daddy God story in a comic book.
I did see Lord of the Rings as a grown man. I was probably not allowed to watch it as a youth.
Wasn't that Lord of the Rings is like Christian?
Yeah, it is local Christian. It's Tolkien or whatever. What's his?
Yeah,
yeah.
You mean
that's like
your say the movie is like
that's like your.
Wouldn't played it.
That's like your parents being like, you can't watch Chronicles of Narnia because there's realms.
Zay is in the chat, guys. Everybody
realms.
Freak out. It's Zay 365. He didn't text me back, but he's in the chat right now, so that's what's up.
So instead of a
Me and
comic
Isaiah are
strip, it's
beefing, by the way, guys.
Zay didn't text
Are you allowed to
back,
share
but
what
he's
you're
in the
beefing
chat.
about?
Dude, that's the worst.
He didn't
when you
didn't
text
me back,
somebody,
so.
when you text somebody and you see their little green bubble on Instagram, and you're like,
What's up?
really, bro?
That's crazy.
Normally, I don't care unless it's family, because then I'm like, come on, like, please just text me back.
Just please.
Also, best thing though is having what I love about having locations of family is you know where they are and you're like, are they on their way? You don't have to text them.
Yeah, that's
It
the
is
best.
a hack.
You know
These
what's
guys
even better
love
than
location.
location?
Yeah, I'm trying to get Tim's.
Life 360.
What about it?
Oh, it shows you like how fast
It's
you're driving.
so upgraded.
How
Like the
what
free
their phone
version
is,
even.
Man, we gotta switch
what
to
their
that.
phone battery is charged to, how
Phone
fast
battery.
they're driving.
Like everything. That's just the free version. But then like if you get the paid version, which I don't have, but we're gonna do it for our like teams that have to drive. Like there's like phone theft protection.
Dang.
Like if your phone gets stolen, they'll cover like $500 of it. There's like crash detection services. And then there's like the highest tier I think has like roadside assistance, like some type of other insurances. Kind of crazy.
I've been trying to get Tim's location.
Yeah.
Sounds sus.
Dude, that does help
But
a lot.
My friend, I have a lot of friends that I just like to make
in.
sure they're good, you know? And he sent us his location. I was so proud. He gave us his location the other day. And then
For
10 minutes
24 hours.
later, it wasn't even 24 hours, dude. I looked and it was
He
gone.
unshared it?
I didn't even get to see it.
Well, it says, hey, you want to share for an hour? You want to share for 2?
Shared for an hour.
Here's a good
Low-key
question.
Sam
disrespectful.
got lit, but didn't see the for an hour afterwards.
Here's a good question. Do you have any advice for a man being called into youth ministry? That's a good question. Sam, what advice do you
That is
have?
a Cole.
Oh.
That is a Cole.
It's a me question.
Yeah, you're literally in youth ministry right now.
I am a youth
I mean, if
pastor.
you're called to do it,
Called-
then, okay. Wait.
Hold on.
My advice: if you feel
Called
called
into
to do
youth
it, then you should do it.
Yeah, if you're called,
Yeah.
you should just start by answering. That's the first thing. I'd also say this.
Hold up. What? Oh, I got a call. Let me answer.
Come on now.
This is why. Hey, do you know he's our chaplain now? This is Chaplain
Wow, that's a good move. As the PR did, that's a great move.
I mean, we don't have any roles yet for me, but I'm ready. Give me a role.
Chaplain's good.
Tim. Yeah,
Thank you so
Chaplain
much.
Tim, dude.
Thank you.
Chaplain is good.
Sermon
Yeah, I mean, if you're called, answer. I'd also say this: I would say if you're gonna go into ministry, if you're like launching into ministry, like biblically, you should take it very serious. You know, they would launch people into ministry. They would lay hands on them.
True.
So I guess
Shout out
to
First
me,
Timothy.
it's like, what are you doing in youth ministry? If you're like, I'm becoming a youth leader, then I would assume the people who are running the youth ministry probably have a little bit of a process for you to go in, but I would just be prayerful and expectant. If you're like, I'm going to become a youth pastor or youth director, I would say like, man, go on a fast for a little bit, seek the
good.
Lord. And I would also say, make sure that you're not coming up with your own vision. I would say find out what the vision of the house is.
This is getting low key deep and
And,
good. Let's go.
Like, don't try to like rewrite it. Like, then it becomes like the youth ministry's beefing with the senior leadership in the church. Like, you're not your own thing. You're a part of the church.
Woof.
So I would say, make sure you know the vision of the church. You know, make sure you're close with your leaders. And then underneath that, you're like the support. Like, I'm the voice for the youth in that direction. So at the end of the day, like my freedom is that I know the vision and I'm trying to push the youth to that vision.
There you go.
And I'm the voice for them.
Isaac
So-
said, just don't do the stuff on this podcast.
That too.
You just dropped this gems, dropping gems on the youth group Chronicles pot. This is
After Hours.
This is After Hours. This is what
you're
After Hours
missing.
is all about.
I will definitely
Extra
say,
content.
I will
for
definitely
our
say that
people.
being on the podcast has shaped some of the policies that we have in our handbook.
That's actually
I will say that.
That's actually crazy to think about.
No, 100%. Like, there's been some moments where I'm like, what was it? One of the, like, also there's been a lot of moments where stories have become the example for why we do things.
Wow.
Like, I'll tell you the one I'm using now
I gotta hear
forever
this. I
on
gotta hear
is the testimony one.
Like how
Like,
you
I,
hold the mic.
like I had somebody come, like, I have a lot of people come, they're like, I feel called to speak. And I'm like, I want you to write it down and send it to me.
Yeah.
And then I got to feel called to let you
read it.
speak. Right. And they always like, there's always a little bit of like a,
Who remembers that story,
Like,
guys?
you don't feel like I heard from God, but like when I'm just going to show them that story, like, hey, I love you. But like,
Cole is a graduate of YGC.
Yeah.
You at this
why'd
point.
you see you?
After Hours with Pastor Tim is YGC University.
Tim for Pope? Come on. That might be the best comment yet.
I'm not lying. I would do it. I don't know what all I got to do.
Pope Timothy.
Actually, what do you got to do?
It's a lot. You actually got to be, you got to go through the whole thing. Bishop, cardinal.
Yeah, he's pretty much disqualified right now.
Yeah, I am.
Yeah.
Oh. And then we're in a waiting period now. Like, how do they get the new one?
There's a lot of guys who have went through X amount of qualifications.
They're on the wait list.
Yeah.
Did you see you see the draft where they prank called Shador? You know, do you know the context of what's going on? So
yeah, I did.
There was this guy that was supposed to be drafted really high.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
And when they're drafting people in the NFL, they don't, like, a coach will get a number and then you get a special phone. And no one else has the number. And when you get a call, like, you're getting drafted. Well, this guy dropped to like the 5th round, I think. Like, crazy. He was supposed to go first.
No, it was bad.
And it was like this whole thing, like, no one could believe it. It was days after days going on. And he got called, I think it was by St. Louis. And they're like, yo, what's up, Shador? Like, we're going to bring you out, man. And he's like, all right, let's do this. Let's be legendary. And they're like, well, you're gonna have to wait a little longer. And then hung up on him.
Yeah.
And a kid got the number and prank called him.
Yeah,
no
it was a
way.
kid. It was like one of the coach's sons saw it
of
out
the
on
Atlanta
the table.
Falcons. Yeah, and
That's
grabbed it.
crazy.
So while I was saying that, is I saw a TikTok where they're doing a Pope draft.
Oh,
And they reenacted the whole thing. They were like,
that's funny.
yo,
Pope Francis.
is this Pope Pope Frank? Yeah, man. They're like, we're gonna bring you out to be the Pope, man. You ready for this? He's like, oh, I've been waiting my whole life. And they're like, well, you're gonna be waiting a little longer. Then hung up. And he's like, and they reenacted it. It was hilarious.
Dang, that's awesome.
So Pope draft would go hard.
I'd do it. Okay, so here's how you become the Pope. In case you guys are wondering, number 1, be a Catholic man. Only men can be ordained in the Catholic Church. Only baptized Catholics are eligible. Number 2, become a priest. You know, seminary, whatever, XYZ. Become a bishop. Become a cardinal. Get elected by the College of Cardinals. And then 6, accept the role. So really, I'm just waiting on number 6.
Bro,
I just kind of
I
got to.
feel like you're waiting on number 1.
That's real simple.
Yeah.
Just get elected by the College of Cardinals.
Yeah. Honestly, I didn't go to a real college, but the College of Cardinals.
It's a simple 6-step process,
Has
guys.
to be under the age of 80.
Baby steps.
This guy said he really wants me to become Catholic in the chat. Interesting. I mean, hey, it is the one true church.
We got
Someone else said Tim does not want Tim do not become Catholic.
Yeah, that's actually.
We have a lot.
Oh, same time. I thought you said this dude wants me to become Catholic.
Yeah.
You did?
Yeah.
Oh.
I was like messing with him.
Oh, you were?
There.
The one true church. You know, Catholic. Catholic does mean the way.
The mixed bag of denominations or offshoots that listen to this pod is actually crazy.
Can y'all guess what denomination we are?
I think we've said it before.
We've said it.
Wait,
If you can guess our denomination in the chat, we'll send you a high
I don't
five.
even know what denomination I would even be claiming.
I mean,
none.
I had people send mail to I had people send mail to Youth Group Chronicles at our church.
No way.
Really? That's foul.
They know.
They know.
Yeah, but our church, what does our church say?
They handed me the mail and said,
No, but what does our church say we
Y'all
are?
look Mormon is crazy.
You know what? I don't even know what our church says we are.
I'm pretty sure we would be non-denominational.
But I think they're lying.
I'll be honest, I've been doing a lot of study of like denominations,
Mhm.
and I'm like, yeah, bro. Like,
Non-dom.
like when you say non-denom now, like people mainly think like, oh, well, you're pretty much Baptist.
Well, it used to be Pentecostal. It used to be switched. That's what I thought.
In large, a lot of churches are switching to that as like we're more open for you to come with your beliefs, but they're really just like Calvinists.
All right, we're
Like, ultimately.
Chat GPTing our church to see what denomination.
They're searching the web.
I feel like I know
What it's gonna say.
I know what it's gonna say.
Everyone's saying
Thinking
non-denominational.
Assemblies of God. Yeah.
It said Chat GPT said
We
non-denominational.
identify as
We
non-denominational.
claim that.
I say we. I don't even go to that church anymore, to be honest with you.
Yeah, he's gone.
He is
Tim.
his own. He's a chaplain.
So actually, someone.
chaplain.
Yeah. What is it? Church is agnostic the word where it's like you don't
No.
identify what
Yeah,
is.
that's you don't know if God is real or not.
Okay, so what is the
So
one
we're
where
not
it's
agnostic.
okay, you're right. What is the word when you like you don't believe any of the beliefs, you're just like, "Oh, I'll go with whatever."
Non-denominational. I don't know.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
No.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think it means you don't believe something. It's just like here's the thing about a denomination. When I think denomination, I don't just think belief system. I think an organization that's overseeing a belief thought.
Oh, okay.
Like
That's fair.
This is getting deep.
So I would say like why I don't just say I'm Pentecostal is because like I would say like there's definitely some Pentecostal beliefs that are from the more organizational side.
But you're not
disagree
under
with
the actual. Yeah, that's fair.
But I would say like we lean more that direction just because we're charismatic.
If we could be any denomination besides what we are now, what would it be?
I already know.
What?
Orthodox Christian.
Christian.
I'd be an Orthodox Christian.
Man, I don't know.
Bro, they're fire.
Orthodox?
Yeah.
Oh, is that like the old early church fathers and stuff?
Yeah. So like there's some things I don't subscribe to, but I will say, like, do you know what's that one bishop that got stabbed in the eye? Bishop Marimar?
No idea.
Is that his name? You guys haven't seen him? He's got like the thing over his head and he got stabbed.
Is this recent or like church history?
This is recent. Like he is on YouTube. I don't know. He's got some heat. But I just feel like I wouldn't be Catholic. I went to Catholic school for like 6 years of my life.
Mm-hmm. Who was that? Chloe said, I go to a non-dom and I just call it non-binary.
What would y'all be? Don't leave me out here alone.
What would I be?
I don't like this.
I don't know that many.
I don't even know what all they believe.
Amish.
Yes, Amish, there you go.
Why not?
Is being a Messianic Jew a denomination?
What's YGC's host opinion on Christians joining the military? Wow.
What did you pick?
Amish.
That's powerful.
You know, I actually don't have an opinion on the military. My wife and I just talked about this because I feel like there are arguments both ways. Like I heard this one thing. It was like, well, if you aren't for abortion, then wouldn't you not be for, what was it? The death penalty, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Or war. So I can't formulate a stance either way. I mean, I guess at the end of the day, like I'm for them. We need a military, but I've heard both arguments. And I'm like, okay, I see where they're coming from.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But the question really is just, is it murder to kill for your country?
Right. Wow. This is getting real deep, guys.
I know, these are the questions.
Sometimes we got to answer these questions, but not right now.
ChatGPT is going to answer it for
no,
us?
I do feel like the people will interpolate like or exegesis. We want to get deep. Whoa. Exegesis. Google that.
Exegesis.
They want to get, because they'll go to the 10 Commandments and they'll be like, thou shalt not kill. Doesn't say kill.
Thank you,
Thou shalt not murder.
Oh, that's true.
And then we talk about situational ethics. See, y'all thought we were just funny, which we don't even always think. But
we have our
we be in our word. We be in that Bible.
Put that back up.
Mennonite. I'd be Mennonite over Amish.
He said we look Mennonite.
Will that get me canceled? I'll be Mennonite over Amish, Sam. Because they can have like
Amish ain't gonna know
rubber tires. Why would you get cell
canceled?
Phones.
Who's gonna cancel you? The Amish?
Nobody. Only God can cancel me.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
Only God can cancel me. Famous last words. Only God can cancel me.
Do we ever listen to Ninja or Butterflies? Weren't they at the conference? You just told me they were there. The dude with the hair.
Who?
Cool Carl or whatever.
I thought they were. That's Zay said that they were there. I didn't see him.
He said
they're
they
fire,
were in. I haven't listened to their pod. I've seen their stuff all the time. I invited them on this pod actually.
Yeah.
They were at Orange because they own like a clothing company or something. So it's like a perfect. They do like church printing, but I think they set up a booth at the trade show like next, like they're adjoining areas to like the sanctuary. I think Isaiah saw them in there.
Where are they based out of?
Florida. So I mean that wouldn't have been bad to come up from.
Not too bad. No, that's pretty close. Bishop, Professor Cole.
There it is.
Not
Bishop,
a bishop.
Professor.
Cardinal. Not as funny.
Cardinal.
Professor. Bishop Professor. I'm actually not a professor.
You guys need a
Pastor
segment called Forgive or Fire.
Professor.
That would actually be, you know what? That would be a good segment in the future.
What?
Forgive or Fire. You think that'd be a good segment?
Ooh.
Forgive or Fire?
Yeah.
Can I do both?
Can you forgive and fire?
I feel like I'd forgive, but still fire.
Yeah. Hey man, I forgive you.
Can you write that down too?
But I forgive you in another position as not the youth pastor anymore.
All right, we might just try that out. That's a good idea. And if you guys do have segment ideas, let us know.
Yeah, hey, put a segment idea.
Throw
in
your
the chat.
favorite segment idea.
Just off the wall.
Do we listen to Unsubscribed podcast? I've never heard of it.
Me neither. I'm not subscribed.
He's
Quite
not
literally
subscribing to
unsubscribed.
I love how they ignored my comment. Hey, there's a lot of comments on here. I saw that one. I didn't see the other
Buffalo?
one.
Unsubscribe podcast.
Oh.
Is it I thought it said Buffalo.
No, I've never heard. It's a comedy podcast.
Where's it at? Can you look that up, Sierra?
Oh, where they're based?
Where they're based out of? I thought it said Buffalo.
I love
that. Are they baddies? That was great.
Oh, it's Canada. Wow.
Shout out to Canada one time.
Shout
out to Canada in the chat.
Oh, it's on Marketing Wisdom. Okay, cool. No, I've never listened to it. I don't know who asked that. But.
Marketing and technology. They look cool.
Powerful.
What's the weirdest thing I did as a homeschooler?
Woof.
Well, Tim's got to answer too because he was homeschooled for a little bit.
I was.
Were you homeschooled at all, Cole?
Never.
Man, weirdest thing I did as a homeschooler. Like went outside with a magnifying glass and fried like
ants
or like the caterpillars that were climbing down the tree. You ever see those caterpillars?
Yeah,
they like aren't around anymore. I don't see them anywhere. Yeah, I must have.
Because they're bad for the trees.
Josh, I want to acknowledge
the white pockets of like the nests in the trees, and then they destroy a whole tree.
Yeah.
I haven't seen them in years, but they were everywhere every summer when I was a kid.
When I lived at my parents, they like
right.
I feel like it. You know when it like starts. I thought that they were what made the air smell when it was like getting pollen-y outside. I thought it was their fault.
Pollen.
Yeah, but I thought it was their fault. Like when I was a kid.
Look that up, Sierra. Look, what are the...
I just want to say Joshua Meyer was like, just pee on it. And I want to acknowledge that this was the first just pee on it.
Combo?
Yeah.
Really?
It was?
It was me and PT on a podcast. And we were like...
The caterpillars.
Somebody talked about peeing on it and we're like, that's the fix for everything.
Because like it was like a jellyfish.
It was a jellyfish.
Yeah, a jellyfish.
Say,
and then
why,
you looked up and they're like, oh, it's not actually.
Pull up, why are there no more caterpillar nests in the trees in the Northeast?
Dude, Chad's just...
This is going.
It's going to give us a history of like the rapid decline of that.
Like,
species.
am I alone? Because that feels like the Mandela effect.
All right, hold up though.
It's going to say there never was.
I will say, where we both used to live was far more
wooded.
Yes,
but dude, even I was a teenager living there, and I mean, it hasn't been since then.
Yeah.
Boomer
Is
bust
this regular
cycles.
Caterpillars though? Those don't look like they weren't regular.
They were fuzzy and they grew in a
ones.
white nest in a tree, and they were all over these trees, and then they hatched, and thousands of these would crawl all over your driveway.
Eastern tent caterpillars or gypsy moth.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, that's them.
Oh, they're gross. Dude.
There was a ton of them. Yeah,
I used to just.
But they killed trees.
Them,
my mom was like, "Yeah, they killed trees."
Actually, you know what I would
do?
This was fun.
Light
I
them on
would
fire.
run them over a long way with a scooter.
Dude, I haven't
run
seen
them over
those.
a long way with a scooter.
Did they say they were dying?
Yeah, that was you asked the weirdest thing I did as a homeschooler. They would like cover our driveway, so I'd be riding with my scooter and like run them over a long way, so their guts would shoot down the driveway.
You know, you're unlocking memories because they would.
Yeah,
they would.
Yeah, it was kind of fun. Not gonna lie.
And it wasn't like, was it green? It like wasn't. Yeah, it was like green weird. Or something. It was like that, really like weird. Greenish. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. We were just outside.
This is why I don't.
Bugs for,
that's why I've never had the urge to kill someone.
True.
Or is that backwards? Don't they
Sam
usually say like if you kill animals, like?
Yeah, everyone's been trying to tell me that, but I haven't killed a person yet. So
no, just dogs.
Yeah. Okay. Well. Okay. What wildest conspiracy you believe?
Ooh, man, you don't want to know.
You
don't ask him.
Don't ask me.
We got
Joshua, I'm not on.
We really just got to have your dad on the pod.
My dad's got a lot of conspiracies. I believe a lot of them. I believe a lot of them.
This is a great segment for him.
Ask Todd.
Ask Todd.
He'd say it. Well, it's not.
Chad says they're endangered. So me and Sam are now about to be on like some registry for murdering endangered animals.
Okay.
Great.
Well,
just what I needed.
They weren't endangered when I was there.
Let us pray for.
What's the craziest conspiracy you believe?
I mean, what defines a conspiracy? That's what I want to know.
Because all the ones I follow come true.
Not a non-popular belief. We'll just say that.
Jesus rising from the dead, is that a conspiracy? I mean, because it's
no.
true. But some people refute it to this day.
I feel like it has to be something that's like
a Bigfoot,
taboo almost.
Like werewolves are real.
Yeah, something like that.
Like is the moon land?
Yo,
like
the werewolf one, dude. I actually was looking into it a little bit.
No.
There's like a lot. I don't know where I stand, but a lot of people believe that. I'll just say that.
Yeah, like that. They're
I didn't realize that. I thought it would. Yeah, they're like demons, and then also because people were like commenting on that episode, like when it came out, and they're like you guys haven't been to Africa. There's like witch doctors that do all this kind of, and I believe that. Like Africa, there's some crazy things
for sure.
Yeah, I would.
Who knows? There's a lot of people that believe that. Craziest conspiracy? I mean, raw milk is where it's at. That's my crazy conspiracy.
I feel like that's facts, though.
Does everyone think raw milk just tastes disgusting?
I've never had it.
Everyone's like, that's so gross. How could you even drink that?
I feel like it's gotta be
it tastes different than regular milk.
It tastes different.
It doesn't taste different. That's
you know what, guys? I just trust Sam.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, when Sam's like, yo, raw milk, all these benefits, I'm like, V, we got to get on raw milk.
100%.
Actually, but if anyone's going to research something, that would be cool, dude.
You know what I think about the seed oils, though?
I feel like even that's not a conspiracy anymore. No one, like...
I feel like the worst part about seed oils, though, isn't necessarily like where it's coming from. That more there so that like oil itself is the most calorically dense thing. Like, and so I feel like if you just cut out seed oils, like you're automatically not going to be as fat.
Yeah.
Because you're cutting out the most calorically dense thing you could put in your body.
That's fair.
You know?
So if that alone was what? Okay.
But I will say, like, I now use mainly like olive oil and like avocado oil.
Yeah, I think what do we use?
Yeah.
Isn't olive still a seed?
Yeah. See, that's the thing is they're like classified different. I don't get it exactly, but I just know it's true.
He knows it's true, guys.
Someone asked about, was that Donnie?
Well, you don't
likes
get the
raw
oil
milk
from the seed.
Right, 2012 asked, what about the Titanic? That's such a mainstream one that everyone thinks is, not everyone maybe, most people think was faked was the Titanic.
Really?
I didn't hear that.
Or swapped. It wasn't the Titanic, it was the Olympic, I believe is what they
why?
believe. It was the insurance money. So they got the insurance money from it, and then also, okay, I'm really getting into this now. Okay.
Dude, Sam, you're putting me on. I've never heard this conspiracy.
In the early 1900s, when they formed the central bank, right before, is there Buddy on there?
Yeah, Buddy's in the chat. What up, Buddy?
Buddy knows the most, or Cole knows the most about losing weight. Yeah, you did lose a lot. So the other conspiracy besides like the insurance claim, they swapped the boats for the old one, is that it isn't conspiracy who was on it, but there were like 2 or 3 guys that were opposed to the central bank. And basically they were not letting it happen. And if you guys go do some research on the central bank.
No, I believe that.
Yeah. They were on the Titanic and they died.
I'm locked in.
And then all of a sudden, a couple of years later, we had the central bank. So that's, I could definitely see that happening.
I'm locked in now.
Olympia, that's what it is. Olympia.
I'm locked in. The central bank stuff is actually probably like the biggest conspiracy that I believe, but I guess.
The which one? What'd you say?
The central banking stuff. Like if you follow that money,
there's some.
It's actually wild. Like even the fact that like the JFK thing, like JFK comes out, right? Puts silver behind in the Federal Reserve. I don't want to get killed for saying this. Comes out against the Rockefellers.
Yeah, don't do that.
And then gets killed. And one of the lead investigators on the case is a Rockefeller. What? I don't know. A little suspicious. They're like, we don't know what happened. The magic bullet.
YGC conspiracy time. Or what? How can you make a cool YGC conspiracy?
YG conspiracies.
YGC
Chronicles. Chronicles.
Yeah, we're not a conspiracy pod, but we got our thoughts.
YG conspiracy.
One thing about us, we're very opinionated people.
Yeah, that's why. You know why I actually had all of
Elvis. Yep, I'm following you, Josh.
Elvis
about
is
that
definitely still kicking, man.
You think so?
Yeah. I don't think it's a lie, but I think the way he died.
You think he was for a while?
I think it was how he.
No, dude, it's Bob Hope or whatever, man.
I think it's how he died was
the
pastor down south or whatever. That would be crazy.
I lived a life, and I experienced all that the world had to offer. Just some random guy, and he looks.
Oh, some people think Trump is Elvis.
Trump is Elvis.
That's crazy.
That is a big stretch.
That is a stretch, indeed.
Like not even when they're young.
No, not at all.
The South one though. My dad believes that one.
Yeah.
Actually. Yeah.
He's like God sent his son.
But is that okay? But is that a style from that time?
It is, but not like that.
We got Tim Nolan.
He's like mad accurate.
100%. It's this because that high, the strong vibrato is a but that like that. There's so much Elvis that's in there.
ChatGPT is not a fan of the Trump Elvis comparison.
Isn't
neither am I.
All right, are there any other questions here?
Have you
seen Frozen? Well, actually, you know what? The conspiracies between, like, not the conspiracies, but the Easter eggs on Disney are pretty sick.
Crazy, yeah.
Like how they go back, they Tie into each other. That's pretty sick.
Mm-hmm.
I believe we went to the moon.
You do?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
No, bro. My respect. That's the one I'm.
You don't.
No.
You know why I don't? You know why? I see all the people and they're like da da da. But here's the thing. Mm-hmm. With the technological, that's crazy. With the technological advances that we have now, the technological advances that we have now, and like how film has progressed, in my mind, for us to still see that and have holes to pick in it would be like if they faked it then, we would certainly be able to easily tell now.
Yeah.
They can easily tell now.
That's what I'm saying. Have you seen pictures of what they sent?
You got to convince me. So, I'm not convinced.
Have you? Okay, so next question.
Is typing like a mad.
Come on, you got to convince me because everything I see is like what I see on like Instagram and Facebook, and they're like, "Yo, look at this," and I'm like, "All right, I'm not saying we're grasping. Like I get what they're saying, but
well, okay. So if we went in 1969, why can't we go now?
Yeah.
Why do we not have the technology anymore?
I'm not saying
the technology was just
okay. Wait, this is what I was going to ask. Did Katy Perry go to space?
No.
Why?
They
said she did.
Have you seen the one where she like
opens the door?
Where they open the door? Yeah, that's crazy.
With a crowbar or something.
I mean, like, but that to me is like a Katy Perry thing, not a us thing.
Yeah, it's fair. It was
it's Katy Perry that makes me suspicious. I'm not saying I trust. I'm not saying it's. I believe that 9/11 totally was an inside job.
Yeah,
and that was another follow the thing money. Follow the thing.
I'm also on that one. Yeah, we believe a lot of conspiracies.
They found like
here,
tannerite at the bait, like, and then they like go to test the metal, and they like, oh, oops, we got rid of that only one you needed to test.
Yeah, they shipped all the rock to China.
Yeah,
like the whole building got shipped on a barge or something.
Yeah,
and it fell straight down.
Yeah,
and the
what?
Oh wow! Some of these conspiracies in the chat.
Wow.
Yeah, we're going over mainstream conspiracies.
Mainstream conspiracies.
She's a
more and more
astronaut.
People
Yeah. If anybody went through the hard work and training, it was Katy Perry.
Yeah, Andrew, you're right. You're right. I don't know why we're picking or poking holes in Katy Perry going to space. She probably did.
Somebody's defending me. There wasn't a race to get there anymore. A competition.
Andrew said we went to the moon just like Katy Perry did. What's that bottom one say here?
They want to make a hammer made.
Okay. J Monkey said, "Does YGC want a hammer that I made the handle for? If so, can I send it to you in the mail? Are you just trying to get my address?
Wow.
Are you being sneaky?
Here's something else.
Do you
about
have a
Sam
PO box?
Probably
do you have
don't
a PO
know.
box yet?
You guys like Sam is like secretive, low key. There are certain things about his life you'll never know.
Especially when we started talking about conspiracy.
Like you won't know about his 7 kids.
Yeah.
You know, he'll only talk about a couple of them. You know, there's some things that Sam keeps under wraps, and you'll just never know about.
I know.
Like, do you guys know what shoes Sam's wearing right now? You don't.
Actually, shoes that I would never ever wear to the studio.
Look, and you'll never know. And they'll never know.
You want to know why I'm wearing them?
Why is that?
So these are my gym shoes, but I have to go. We are doing a what is that called? A UGC ad. Anyone know what UGC is?
Yeah, user generated content.
Yes, you're smart, dude.
That's why they pay me that.
And I just have to walk. I have to film myself walking through the city in
these
gym
shoes?
clothes. Yeah,
Nice.
but I have to black out the noble part because not allowed to have the brand.
So
Well, now they know.
What is UGC?
UGC is user generated content. Companies and businesses will send you something to make content on the daily, and you get paid to do it. So that company would send you that hat, and they'd be like, "Hey, send us a clip of you using this hat."
But you don't have to post it. You just send it to them.
Yeah, you send it to them. It's essentially you doing the production work.
Yes.
But yeah. Gabby says she loves you guys. High Desert Church. Thanks so much. High Desert Church, where you guys at?
High Desert Church. You could book
High
us.
Desert Church. I could take a guess.
Yeah.
You'll get a free T-shirt.
I'm thinking New Mexico.
I'm thinking New Mexico or Colorado.
There's deserts in Colorado. I just think mountains, dude.
Yeah,
I'm not doubting you. I'm just surprised.
Wow.
I'm not a big desert
California.
Colorado guy.
Dang.
Wow.
Cali?
Victorville, California. Tell Gabby we said hi.
Hello, Gabby.
Hello, Gabby.
Who is Gabby? Our team.
Oh,
Gabby Khan.
Are you the
Gabby, we really director. Shout out Gabby from High Desert Church. The communication, it's her on the account. Gabby says hi.
Wait,
well, Gabby,
or there's another Gabby.
Gabby, if this is you, are you the kids coordinator or the communications assistant director?
Let us know. One B? Okay, let's see. Yeah, communications assistant director. Man, our research department isn't on one tonight.
Gabby, we're about to really know who you are in a second.
This is incredible. If you guys want us to find you and your church,
dude,
put it in the
website is gas.
right now.
That's a nice site.
Have a real nice, clean site. You guys have a lot of people on staff.
Communicators,
founder.
Gabby Kahn.
Gabby.
Director. Assistant director.
Oh, shoot. Wow.
High Desert Church.
Your guys' website is elite.
Nice.
I bet she logged off. She doesn't even know where we're looking at this right now. From Montana here.
YGC GeoGuessr.
Honestly,
yeah, Sierra's killing it over here.
Yeah, they're quick with it.
I just from Montana. You ever been to Montana?
No, actually.
My uncle lives there, but I've never been there.
Mm.
He's been trying to get me to go for a while.
Have you ever seen GeoGuessr though?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well, that guy is addicting to watch. That's pretty fun to watch.
Jamie pulled it up.
Yeah, but like when I watch things like that, I'm like, how could you ever hide?
Oh,
like even if I scrub my address from the internet.
He took a picture of dirt and he can tell you where in
Okay, sometimes he gets it wrong. All right. So not all the time. But most of the times.
But by what, 100 miles?
I mean, he's not always right.
No, I've seen ones where he's like way off.
He's like he's like a GeoGuessr on the come up. He gets it wrong.
He's not somehow good.
Tim, you know who's what he's on the come up is Sudoko. He's already there, dude. I don't even think he's on the come up.
I'm not gonna lie.
He smokes me, and I'm mad about it.
There's one time I sent Sam my speeds and my high scores in Sudoko, and then right after that, I kept playing and I beat those. And so like a month later,
this was disrespectful.
So Sam sent me, he finally beat my record, and I was like, and then I laughed because I already beat that, and so I sent him my new one, and it's just like 30 seconds.
He hasn't gotten a
what is
high
Sudoko?
score from me later. It's like
I've heard it, but I've never played it.
It's like was it a Japanese puzzle game?
I don't know. It's like an old lady game.
Yeah, it's fun though.
Boxes and numbers, and it's like 1 through 9 and 1 through 9. And there can only be one in the chat.
Do they have them in newspapers?
Yeah.
It's not like
it's kind of like a crossword. It's the same.
You guys want to know? You never read a newspaper before, so like that. Right there. So obviously the 7's going to be. I was ready to start filling it up.
In every line,
9,
there can only be one number, 1 through 9.
Mm-hmm.
Vertical and horizontal. But in every box, there can only be a 1 through 9 as well.
Yeah.
So it's a puzzle you got to figure out.
It's sick.
Yeah.
And
we can get it done. We can get a puzzle done in, what's your record? Like 2 minutes, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, somewhere around 2 minutes on easy level. Expert modes, 5-6 minutes? We're gonna have to go back through the stats, take a look.
I'm pretty good. Weirdest food combination you like? All right, here's one. I don't know if this is weird or normal, but pretzels and ranch. Is that weird?
I don't like ranch.
I'm not a ranch guy,
not weird?
and I don't think that's weird.
Can I also just say this is like the number
y'all are goats for looking us up.
You want to talk about controversial things that I believe?
You're the woman, Gabby.
We got it.
I was gonna say you're the man.
Her.
But shout out to the communication team at High Desert Church, going crazy. If you're anywhere in the California area, check them out. Hopefully, it's 1:37 p.m. over there, and it's a beautiful day in Victorville, California.
There's a 90% chance that we got that right, knowing the weather in California.
Dude, one of the most controversial things that I believe, and I'm not.
Are we talking food, or are we going back to conspiracy?
It's food.
Oh, okay.
Not conspiracy. I'm over that. Clearly, I lost on having conspiracies in this room.
He is none. He's like moon landing.
Controversial.
Bro, that's like the easiest one.
He's like, bro, really?
Yeah.
The most controversial thing that I constantly bring up, I use it as a sermon example.
I see you, John.
Is I think ranch is overrated.
I think it's disgusting.
Now,
but ranch sunflower seeds?
But here's the thing. I'm not saying disgusting. I'm saying overrated.
I can't even eat it.
And immediately, you know what people think? Why don't you like ranch? And I'm like, whoa. I'm just indifferent. I usually, now, you know what's made me not like ranch? People who like ranch too much.
Wow.
And not only that, bro.
I could preach.
Bro, it's not good at anything. It's not the best at anything.
Whoa.
It's not the best dressing.
Wow.
It's not the best dip.
I'm with you, dude. You can back up.
It's not the best sauce.
I don't like it.
They're arguing on the other side.
But it's consistent. Do you want something that's not the best at everything, or do you want something that's consistent?
It's like a sin to have like ranch on your wings.
Do you want someone who's a 10 at shooting and a 1 on defense and a 1 at dribbling and a 1 at passing, or do you want a 7 at dribbling, passing, offense, defense.
Do you want someone who's all right at basketball, all right at football, all right at soccer, or do you want LeBron James?
I don't want LeBron James.
Sam doesn't want LeBron James.
I think Nate just said they're listening to us right now on the way back from Orange.
No way.
Tyler. 3 of us are here listening
thank God.
to you on the drive back.
Tyler, thanks for coming out to Orange Conference. I wasn't there. You guys didn't like me well enough to bring me out. But I'm glad you brought these guys out. And I heard it was awesome. I heard it was a powerful time. I heard that people were changed because of it. I just personally wasn't.
Who told me that there was someone crying? Was that you or Zay? Or Nick?
Not me.
Someone told me that there were people crying in the audience from laughter.
Wow.
Which might be a stretch. Maybe they were lying to me.
I'm surprised Sam doesn't like ranch.
Really?
But like,
dude, I don't like any dressing.
You know what makes sense?
Like a ranch.
You know what makes sense? His mom can actually cook, and a lot of people who don't like ranch were eating a lot of struggle meals, or they had parents who couldn't cook, and ranch was what substituted it. It was like, dang, this is underseasoned. Oh, it's great now.
You guys know 51% of Americans prefer ranch as their salad dressing. I don't know if you know.
What percentage of Americans don't use salad dressing at all? Because I fall in that one.
What percentage
you
of Americans?
You can eat raw leaves?
Yes.
Wow, dude.
He's just picking maple leaves.
And I get the worst look every time.
Salads,
every time I say it at a restaurant, they're like, no dressing. Like they clarify.
Like, I'm a vinaigrette guy.
I'm like, yeah, and hold the tomatoes too.
Like Italian vinaigrette. Ooh.
All right,
I'll even do oil. Like I at least gotta have oil.
Well, there isn't a statistic detailing approximately 23. Wow, that's higher than I thought.
Dang, he thought he was special.
Yeah,
you're special because God made you and he loves you very much.
Yeah, I do know that.
You know that raw vegetable, like raw salad like that is like really not that good for your gut. Like when you saute it, it's like ranch, easier to digest.
I feel like it drenched in ranch is not any better for your gut.
I'm going to stop talking about food with Sierra behind the computer because the thing about Sierra is she knows definitely the most about this topic in here. And she's like gripping the side of her chair right now.
Cole just told us that raw salad is worse for us than doused in dressing. So
no. It's not doused in dressing. If you saute the vegetables, it definitely is easier on your digestion. I will stand on business on that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Right.
That I don't know. But we had dude, I grew asparagus.
Raw salad game.
People that don't know, I love
tea or coffee.
Garden.
Tea.
What's the worst meal you've had at church camp? Sam, you've got a lot.
We used to do this thing.
I can't talk because I've only been in one camp, and it was Sam's mom cooking the food. It was all great. It was actually all great, and I mean it.
We used to do this thing for whatever reason. It's called. Well, I know why. It's called maca fouché, which I was told is.
Dude.
Yeah, sounds like it. I was told that means leftovers in French. Could you pull that up?
Was it garbage plate?
But it was all the leftovers from the week that they just didn't feel like cooking another meal for the kids. So they're like, we're going to call it something fun and make everyone dress up and then feed them
dirt.
Crap. Yeah, literally. So they said maca fouché. They tried to make it fancy. Maca fouché apparently is French for.
Nope.
See, they lied.
They literally made it up.
They literally found a random word.
Well, look up what is leftovers in French. Because
they
this
found
is what
a
they
random
told me.
word and they were like, bro, maca fouché.
Yeah, but I would dread that night because I wouldn't want to eat anything. It was gross.
Resties.
Okay, they were lying.
That's definitely not how you
Restes. Resti. How do you say
French?
Restes. Restes.
French.
It
is a French.
Bon Dieu, je ne sais quoi, s'il vous plaît, maca fouché de
There's not a few.
It's not.
Wow. You know those things you believe all your life, then you realize you're an idiot for believing
Like the
it?
light on in the car will get you pulled over?
Yeah, but I love telling my kids that because I hate the light on. It's just
so
like, why would I turn around and turn the light on?
Okay.
Perpetuator.
What'd you say?
I said, so you're a perpetuator of the lie. Got it.
Yeah. My dad used to tell me that, but it's just I think it's just annoying.
Dude, you're gonna have a hard time getting your kids to believe in your conspiracies if you tell them that keeping the light on is legal.
Yeah, you're right. We gotta stop, dude.
You know people like, all right, here's a real question. Chat, let me know. I need to hear your input.
Come on.
As Christians, I'm believing most in the chat probably are.
And if not,
did your parents tell you?
With us.
If not, he's got a message for you at the end. But did your parents tell you Santa was fake, or did you find out like everyone else regularly?
I feel like I'm with you.
Oh yeah, my mom out the gate. Santa was a nice man. but he's not the man people think he was. Saint Nicholas was a nice man who existed long ago, who gave people presents.
Cole,
Santa's not real.
Yeah.
I feel like
my parents were like, "What do you?" Let me hear your thoughts first.
Your parents were like really on the same sphere as ours, but I feel like that one slipped through.
My parents apparently had, like, they tell me about this meeting they had with each other. And they were like, listen, we love God and we want our kids to love God. And we feel like if we lie to them about a whole bunch of little stuff, they'll be like, well, maybe God's not real too.
Wow.
So my parents right off the bat told me Santa was fake.
Yeah. Okay. So the same here. So true. 3 for 3.
But they also told me, like, you don't got to be the kid.
They were right.
My parents didn't tell me that.
Yeah.
Part, so I ruined it.
My parents were like, you don't got to be the kid. Like, they almost took it like you're more mature thing now. You're like us.
You're like us.
You got to carry that. With great power comes great responsibility.
With great power.
Nah. Yeah, I broke it too.
Well, 3 for 3. 3 for 3. We didn't.
I think honestly,
chat,
my vote was like if anybody out of the 3 of us were like believed in it for a little bit, I thought it was gonna be you.
Yeah,
but it checks out.
No, yeah.
What about the?
We're saved.
You've been looking at the chat. Yeah, we were really saved
because we're really saved.
So answer wisely, everybody.
Believe in Santa to 7th grade. Yeah, I mean, like, and I don't think you're less Christian if you don't like are freaking. I just want to say that
he's judging your relationship with the Lord.
Like a bunch of my senior leaders at church, like, I'm pretty sure their kids like might still believe Santa's real, and they're like 6 or 7.
We've had quite a few stories of people ruining it. Youth pastors ruining it for like teenagers.
Come on, bro. If week 12, I mean, you must have like maybe if you had 11-year-olds.
No, they said it was older than that.
If you're like 13 and you still believe Santa, we did you a favor. Because they're not keeping it a secret anymore because they are like trying to protect you. They're doing it because it's funny.
The lady like blasted, from what I remember, the story, it was a while ago, but they said she was, I believe, a teenager, maybe young teen.
I'm thinking
the
like
youth
12.
pastor said he wasn't real, and she ran out the room crying, and then her mom blasted him on Facebook and said that he took her innocence.
That's
terrible terminology.
Exactly.
I hate that.
That was what made the story. I definitely ruined it for my best friend at school. You savage. You savage.
Waffles or pancakes? The answer
waffles or pancakes? Waffles.
Pancakes.
This is tough.
Pancakes for me personally.
Sierra makes both delicious, but
they're so similar. It's basically like, do you like yours flat or with squares? Like,
have you ever had?
I might be a pancake guy.
A Dutch baby.
Because I feel like
we gave it to Isaiah the other day before we left. Look at this, dude.
You gave Isaiah a Dutch baby.
A Dutch baby.
Yeah, that sounds
one of his 7 kids.
Odd. This is a Dutch baby.
Extra billowy.
That looks really good.
It is so. Sierra makes them, and they are amazing.
That looks good.
Chat, have you ever had a Dutch baby? Isaiah, let the chat know what you thought of the one you had the other day, because it looks weird, but he had one at our house the other day.
It's not small, but it's large oak.
Didn't you say you did that the other day?
I said that at the airport when they were asking for his name. They were like, small one. I was like, nah, large oak.
Oh, dude, tell him what happened on the train.
Oh, that was traumatic. I think did we get any of it on video, like the ending or anything?
Yeah, we talked about it. So we're gonna put up a vlog about it.
I just know. So
we almost lost Cole. We'll just put it.
Really?
Yeah,
that was close.
No, I was like, I'm gonna save my thoughts.
Sierra doesn't even know about this.
What?
No, yeah. Hey,
secrets?
I fixed that. I fixed the hats.
I forgot that.
Guys, this is brand new in the chat right now. You're about to hear a secret that husband and wife haven't even shared. Cole, the floor is yours.
I don't know.
This is breaking news.
I don't know if we've even
live on the YGC Live. VNA is on her way back from work right now, about to find this out.
Here's the problem about like coming back from trips and like ministry trips with like my wife is like by the time we've traveled back, I've told these stories 17 times.
Mm-hmm.
So like in my head, I'm like, I'm good. Like I have to like give
this one we haven't told anybody. This
one
nobody knows what we're about to say.
Never foreseen.
This is insane.
Never foreheard. We're on the tram and I've been having trouble. Like we're at the Atlanta airport and I've been on him before.
It's like he's never gone out in public before.
I've been on him before, no problem. So I'm thinking in my mind, like, this is just another day. I don't know what kind of like electronical juice they got running through them trams at Atlanta. Like they're trying to get people places.
The airport.
First off, we start off I can't even stay standing up in the tram. I'm like, I don't need the pull. Like pulled back. I'm like hitting ladies in wheelchairs.
And then they tip sideways.
Yes.
They turn.
Like I went on like 4 roller coasters that day. Like,
because like in Tampa, like TPA, it is a straight shot.
Line.
And then you shoot backwards and you go like back and forth.
It's not crazy.
This one, like you're going straight and then it will like tip you to the side.
Yeah, it like tilts.
Yeah.
We were talking and we were like, yo, like why even bring your kids to the amusement park? Like just
it's free to go
get
to
a car parking pass $25 and just be like, boom.
They would think it's amazing.
This one's called T-Ram. T-Ram. So we're on this tram. It's the last one we're gonna take. And we're kind of in a little bit of a hurry. So like maybe if we were like chilling out, we would have looked at like the way this tram was getting packed in and been like, we'll just catch the next one. I don't know. It was full.
We were kind of late.
And we were like sardining in there. And so I'm like kind of in between the pole and the wall. And like, you know.
Next to the door.
I'm like, we're getting shifted around a little bit. I must have like moved back a little bit. And the door opens. And my hats that are connected to my bag get sucked into the door.
While his backpack's on.
And my bag's on, like strapped, like fully strapped, buckle across strapped. Like, of course.
Dude, this man got sucked into the door.
And I'm like, pull back, and I'm like turning around. Like, and like you start to panic. And in my mind, all I could think about is like Final Destination. Like, this is how I get dragged down. I'm like,
because there's not someone to be like, oh, we'll stop the train.
No, there
like
isn't.
they just close the door and go.
Boom, 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 right? And clearly, whatever safety measures that door has didn't work for this. So I'm like, it didn't work for this. I'm panicking. And I'm like, I'm quiet at first. I'm like, yo. I'm like, yo.
I had no idea. He was standing right next to me. I had no idea.
So I started, it's like this way, and I'm turning this way, and I'm like yanking the hats. I'm yanking the hats, and I pull, and I can like see it moving a little bit. I'm like, here comes freedom. But like, the final people are getting off. And the people like some airport attendant or whatever was in there. She had gotten in, and I'm yanking. And I finally break it free. I'm like so relieved. Boom! And I smack this dude. But it was like the worst timing.
He's just stepping off the train.
He's just stepping. And I smack the arm that's holding his large brand new Dunkin' drink, like full to the top.
He hadn't even sipped this thing
like
yet,
this thing was fresh. And he just I smacked it. I'm like, but I didn't know I hit the drink. I'm like, oh, sorry.
The dude looks down and the doors close.
No way.
Yeah.
And you're outside.
Oh, but he was like
inside the train.
We're inside.
And he's outside.
So I'm like, woof. Like he was inside going out.
Yeah.
And he's walking out and I smacked it. And all I know is like, I looked, I see it on the ground. I look up. He's like this.
And he walks away.
Well, the lady was like, one of the airport attendant ladies was like looking at him, and she looks at him and he's like not moving, and she's like trying to get him to move. And she's like, listen, I ain't gonna do nothing sitting here. You gotta go. And like pushes, like shoos him out.
So you know what that means is she was watching you struggle the whole time.
Yeah. No, I felt like
the worker.
I felt like I was loud enough to be heard. But like,
yeah, but to be fair, Zay and I did not know.
I was in like a fishbowl, apparently.
I heard the drink and I thought the dude just dropped it. I didn't realize that you were like choking.
I'm like,
the door.
yo. I'm like, with all my might, smack this dude. Poor guy, man. But it was like perfect timing.
That probably ruined his day.
Yeah, but it was perfect timing afterwards.
Yeah,
like he gets
closed
off
the door and we went
go
to like a
mock
different
speed
terminal.
to the next room. Like we're gone forever. Poor dude.
That's crazy.
Imagine he just like went savage mode. Just was like, nah, I got time. Took a step back to the train. It was like,
and
maybe
like
there's a Dunkin' at your terminal. I need a new drink.
You're paying for it.
JJM just said, I've never been to Waffle House. Did you guys see we posted on our story.
Yeah, well,
did you see what you did? They did the pork hole.
Yeah, they did me dirty.
That was gross.
That was everybody sliding up in my story. They're like, yo, bro, I feel like that's an abnormal amount of
facts.
It was more chocolate chips than waffle.
Yeah, it was bad, dude. It was like painting.
Yeah.
Usually it's like there's a lot, but it like
that's
fizzles
what
out.
It should look like.
Yeah,
it was
way
completely
no, dude.
It was literally like an inch of chocolate chips.
It was like, that's a good amount because that will smear pretty all right. But it was, and they didn't have butter.
It was like the top fell off and the whole thing just like.
Yeah, we had some moments with food, like when we were waiting. We waited in the entire Einstein Bros line to get breakfast sandwiches.
Yeah,
and
we're
like, and we all got a message, and it was like, your plane is boarding. but I didn't see the end of the message. It just said your plane is boarding. And I'm like, dude, like the plane's already boarding. We're thinking we have to walk far. We're next in line. We leave. We're like, all right, let's find it.
I'm like, oh.
You can see our gate from the
bagels.
No way. And then we get there and I open the whole message and it's like, no need to rush. Like that's the end of the message. I wasn't hurt though. I got a little snacks and I was all right.
Yeah, you had the gummies.
I could have went back and probably ordered with how much time we had. Like we waited forever.
These are the stories that happen when you book YGC for your next event.
I know. You never know who's gonna get sucked into a tram door.
True. Dude, that was
what else could happen in making on YGC? We won't know unless you book us.
Maybe we write a new Chronicle on accident on the next.
Yeah, that was a Chronicle right there.
That was a Chronicle.
Yeah.
That was a youth
Chronicle. We were going to a youth conference. Youth leader conference.
Hey, when are you announcing merch competition winners?
That is a good question. You know what? I haven't gotten a chance because the competition ended when I was on the road, so a little hectic. But we're going to take a look and keep an eye out in the next couple of days. We announced one of them.
What?
We did it. Do we have merch? No, we don't have merch.
Congratulations.
I'll throw it in the chat. His name was Connor.
His name was Connor.
You guys didn't see. It's still Connor.
His name didn't change.
He might. He did a really good job. We actually printed it. You can go buy it on our website right now.
No way.
The Faces of YGC.
Faces of YGC.
All three of us here are featured, actually.
Yeah, we're on there. We're on there, man.
Let's
we made
go.
it.
Yeah. And we sold a bunch at the show. I think a lot of people.
Those people look so happy at Waffle House. That's how I look.
Yeah.
Usually.
Dang, Faces of YGC.
Yeah,
that
there
looks
you go.
great.
Dude, that shirt is gas, dude.
I look like I'm French. Maybe
Mine's
I should just
pretty
learn
good.
French.
You guys can't see it on the live.
I feel like I low-key wish my beard was that full. Like that's a real that. It gives me like
it's
a reminder of Micah.
Sierra's gonna throw it up for you.
No, he killed it. Micah's is like
Micah's spot on.
Micah's is like it almost looks like his like Doodle Bop.
Cole's.
You guys seen that SpongeBob episode, Doodle Bop?
I think Tim's looked pretty
yeah,
similar.
Yours?
Yeah,
you look like a detective.
I look like I'm French, and I feel like I should learn French.
You do.
We're throwing it up, guys. You guys will
but I can totally tell that's you.
Manger déjeuner, tout sympa, tout joli. Those are all the French words I know.
You can totally tell it's you.
Appelle-moi, s'il vous plaît.
Here we go. We're gonna try one more.
I think they're all good.
They're all good. I agree with that. You can tell with each one. That's incredible. So that was who?
Right.
Connor.
His name used to be Connor.
Shout out Connor.
Yeah, used to be.
Shout out Connor. Still changed to Connor.
Did we get it?
Connor changed it to Connor.
Oh, there it is. Screenshot.
Is that Kalia?
All right, there we go.
Whoa, look at that, guys.
Can you guys guess? I feel like it's so easy.
Can you guys guess? Look at that.
You watch the show, you know.
That's powerful.
See, this is me noticing it now. That's a real keen detail. There must have been a bunch of episodes where I got the little bit of forehead showing on there.
Oh, we just talked about that.
Yeah, look at
that. Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
It looks good there.
Come on, used to be Connor.
About to keep rocking it like that.
But anyway, that's the winner from the merch competition. We will look and see if there's any others. And if there are, we are going to let you know. But we did pick one, and he killed it.
Well, we met at Orange with a group of guys whose friend was in the hospital. Oh, yeah, that was crazy.
Wait, say this again?
Potentially losing his foot. Wait, what'd they say? Bro was getting a half-inch taken out. Shout to the homie Ray. Yo, that definitely was crazy. And you guys were really chill about it.
Wait, they talked to us about that?
You didn't hear that? They came up, dapped us up. They're like, yeah, our boy's in the hospital right now. Like,
and one said he didn't care.
They were laughing.
He's like, he'll be fine.
Well, he was like, they were all chill. They were like, he'll be all right.
Yeah, I do remember that. That was fun.
Yeah, they're like, he'll be all right.
That's
and they were
Tanner,
like, he might lose his foot, but he'll be all right.
No way.
No, they were mad chill about it. I was like, you guys are making me feel comfortable about it.
I feel
like
safe.
you guys,
I'm not
like
even losing
Tanner,
a foot.
y'all made me feel comfortable about
Shout
your
out to
friend might
Tanner.
be having to lose his foot. Like, you know what? That's the type of people you need in your corner.
Come on.
Like, they're not, middle of the storm.
Mhm.
They're like, hey,
That's right.
it's pretty crazy. You might lose your
Middle of
foot.
the storm.
But you know what? At least it wasn't with a chainsaw like that story we heard.
That was,
Or at least
you guys
that- at least
have
the
to,
depiction.
when there was a
Yeah.
chainsaw story, great. I mean, I will say,
yeah.
we'll wrap it up with this, but the stories that we read at the conference, I think hit, dude.
Yeah,
They were some, you guys will see them clips.
They were bangers.
But they were some good stories. We had a lot of fun. But Cole and Tim, thanks for being here for After Hours, you guys.
Cole and Sam.
Cole and Sam,
Hey,
no problem.
Sam.
Cole.
Did I say Sam? Or
Yeah.
I said Tim. Cole and Tim. Cole and Tim.
No.
Whoa!
Conspiracy. Run it back.
Right back. Cole and Tim.
Run it back.
Thanks for being here
Hey,
on
thanks for
YGC
having us.
After Hours. Guys, Everybody in the chat. Man, this is what, a Friday
After
afternoon.
hours.
You guys are just chilling with us. Thank you so much. Isaac, Rocco, Tanner, John.
JJM.
I know there's a lot of you that have been in here today. I appreciate it. And we will see you all. Maybe we'll have to do another YGC After Hours one of these days.
Come on.
Yeah.
And if you guys like this series, let us know. I mean, this is literally for you guys.
It's
literally for the fans because we don't clip this. Like, we're not putting on social media.
Yeah.
Trying to go viral. This is literally extra content that we drop on a Saturday for you guys.
Yeah.
So, love y'all, and we will see you soon.
Peace, y'all.